My next guest is Cody Switzer. I had a chance to meet Cody probably 3 or 4 years ago at several other conferences that he and I got to connect with. Cody is one of the senior editors at the Chronicle of Philanthropy. Thanks, Cody, for being here.
Thanks for having me, Derek.
Last year you were here, and I think you got voted the best socks, I believe, because
really?
yes, you were doing the interview with Jeff Rader from Harry's. Now you're doing an interview later on.
Yeah, I am. My socks, I think my sock game is pretty weak today. I apologize in advance.
That's all right. That's all right. Talk about the Chronicle of Philanthropy. There's been some changes physically, and like you can see some changes on the website and print.
Yeah. You know, the last 6 months, I guess 9 months now, have been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Challenging, but a lot of fun. I spent a lot of time talking with our readers, talking with our audience, and finding out what they really wanted. And they told us that it's the big ideas. It's covering the world of philanthropy as we have been, really focusing on these larger trends, the big ideas, the things that can be debated in the philanthropy world. But there's this entire other thing that we were undercovering in a way, which is the nuts and bolts, how to do your job day to day, how to really act with purpose every single day.
Yeah.
And so we now have this beautiful print product which focuses on those big ideas. These big magazine-style cover stories. Then online, we bring those to the website, but we also have this entire resource center now, which gives nonprofit professionals, especially early career folks, the type of people that Trish and Rishi work with every day, the resources they need to get their job done. Templates, checklists, simple day-to-day things, the how-to stuff. Yeah.
I'm sure you get asked this a lot.
Yes.
What is the stories that you are the most interested in right now?
I think our last print cover story was one that was really interesting about how Silicon Valley is changing philanthropy. And we see yesterday, Sean Parker of Napster and Facebook unveiled his $600 million foundation. It's a completely different model. These are people who are giving while they're living. It's not like a retirement thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to have my career and then I'm going to give. These are young donors who are giving at a very young age. Imagine if Bill Gates started giving when Mark Zuckerberg has.
Yeah.
And so, and it's changing the landscape in philanthropy quite a bit.
I would say in the last 10 years, I've noticed that you've got your Mark Zuckerbergs, you got Silicon Valley doing what they're doing really quick, right? So living while they're giving while they're living, all that stuff. And then in addition, it seems like there's technologies that change all that. And now we have B Corps, because we were just talking with Rishi about that. Yeah. Everybody's kind of in the game now. It feels like more people rather than this historic piece.
Yeah, I think it's definitely democratized.
Yeah.
It's technology has just allowed people to do so much more. And it's also changed, the thing that tech donors bring to the world of philanthropy is also this need for metrics and immediate results. And that's, we've seen the influence of that.
Yeah.
And then coming up, a few other stories I'm very excited about. Next month, our cover story in print, which will be on the website very soon, is about building resilient nonprofits, about how, Giving USA a few weeks ago told us that giving has recovered from the recession, but not for everyone. And those organizations that did do very well, how did they do it? I'm very excited about that. And one thing I wanted to, especially for the MCON audience, I wanted to make a pitch for.
Oh, good.
We are working on, for December, we're working on our first ever list of 40 under 40. The nonprofit professionals, the donors that are making a big difference under the age of 40. So early millennials, late Gen Xers.
Yeah, check you out at your Twitter hashtag or where.
If you want to, I'm going to look right into the camera to make an impassioned plea. If you want to send it to, you can either send it to me at CL Switzer on Twitter or at Philanthropy, which is probably easy to remember. So if you have a nomination, if there's someone under 40 who's doing a fantastic job, let us know. And we're looking for that.
All right, so before we head out, I wanted to say that we partnered together, the Chronicle of Philanthropy and Achieve, to do some research on young alumni.
Yep.
Why was that such an important piece from your perspective, the Chronicle's perspective?
One of the big topics that we're looking at always is the generational transfer of wealth, and what, these are donors now and for the next 80 years. This is an important sector to be focusing on right now and build that donor loyalty early, which I think we got to with that research.
Well, I know that you can download the research at millennialalumnistudy.com. Also through the Chronicle of Philanthropy, we did a webinar and recording. You can hear all the data, and Stacy Palmer, the editor, as well. She and I have done several sessions. So, hey, thanks for being here.
Great.
Always
Thanks,
a pleasure.